Hello friends, how you doing? Day 597. Doing a little walking outside my front door. Get some steps in. And so I'm almost finished this book, The One Thing, amazing. And on one of the last parts of the book. And it talks about looking back on life. And I've always remembered a quote. I forget what it exactly says, but it talks about, at the end of your life, you will regret more about the things that you didn't do than the things that you did do. And so that's why it's so important to take action. Anyways, in the book, it talks about was it a psychologist? Hold on. There's a book called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying by Bronnie Ware, written in 2012. So Ware spent many years caring for those facing mortality, so people who are about to die. And she questioned the dying about any regrets that they had or anything that they would actually do differently. And so she listed the top 5 regrets. Number 1, I wish that I'd let myself be happier. They realized happiness is a choice, but they realized it too late. Number 2, I wish I'd stayed in touch with my friends. Too often they failed to give enough time and energy that their friends and family deserved. Regret number 3, I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. Too frequently, shut mouths and shuttered feelings way too heavy to handle. How many of you are holding in feelings that might be better if expressed? Number 4, regret. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. They realized that too much time spent making a living over building a life caused too much remorse. And as tough as the top 4 were, there was one that stood above them all. And regret number 5 and number 1 on the list, the most common regret was this: I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Wow. I can definitely see that. Because so many people I see are living life to please others. Typically, it's their parents, or maybe their partner, or what they think society thinks they should do, instead of figuring out who they are and to live life based on what's important to them. I don't know if you guys understand this, but you only get one go at this life. you know? And if you haven't realized it yet, the longer you live for somebody else, the less you get to live for yourself. And at some point, you're going to wake up and you're just going to say, F it all, I'm just going to live my life, make my decisions for me. And there's so many people, I think, that work so hard, get to the end of their life, and just ask, what was it all for? And the thing is, we don't realize this sometimes when we're making decisions in the moment. But I think that's where having some mentors can really help, right? So why did Bronnie Ware ask the dying, the people who are about to die? It's because they had the most experience. They are where essentially at one point we want to know, okay, what regrets did you have? And so whatever you want in your life, just find somebody who has it and ask for advice. If you want a great relationship or great marriage, ask someone that you know has a genuinely amazing marriage. Or parenting. If you know amazing parents who've raised amazing children, then ask them for tips, right? Whatever you want. Business, same thing. If you want to start a small business, ask somebody who owns a successful small business. If you want to scale to a large enterprise, ask somebody who has those type of results. But definitely don't live a life of regrets. Hey, Donna, where at the end of it, you'd be like, man, I wish I had lived it more for myself rather than for everyone else. Let's see here. Anything else? Not really. my message to you is, try to live a life without regrets. And I know for myself, for the longest time, I tried to live my life being a good Asian son and please my parents. And it always had a lot of stress on me. And I felt it big time, hard. And the thing is, I know my parents, that's what they're trying to do. Oh, hey, Mamie. I know that's not what they're trying to do, but that's what they did by trying to impose their values and their dreams onto me. And at the end of the day, really, we all have different goals and dreams. The question is, do you know what yours is? Do you know what your why is? Do you know what your values are? Because that's where it'll start. Otherwise, we will live a life of regret where you didn't do the things that you know you should have or could have or would have done had you just taken action and focused on that. And so wherever you're at in your journey, just let me remind you, you're exactly where you're supposed to be and where you need to be. So you shouldn't feel bad. Just understand that you've had some lessons to learn and maybe a few more, but hopefully this helps you a little bit on thinking about where you're at right now and where you want to go and what you need to do to get there. All right, friends, hope you have an amazing day and just look at this beautiful weather. Woo! Get outside, enjoy the sun. Okay, I love you all. I'll see you soon. Ciao.